Right, so tell me exactly what's going on, Dad.
So Xander's been having a lot of foot pain. I've noticed that his feet are more flat than normal.
Where is the pain usually located? Left side or right side?
More on the left side.
More on the left side. So where's the pain? Inside or outside? Inside, so this is the most painful area of your foot?
That's the most painful area, yeah.
So he trips and falls a lot and then he
falls, standing up, he falls.
Yesterday, actually, it was hurting right here.
So it hurts everywhere, right? It hurts every part of your foot is hurting you. Every time that you walk, it hurts you. Every time that you are taking a step, it hurts you, yes?
No, when I went at the park, a lot, and then when I stopped, and my feet hurt.
Okay. So there's a lot of things that are actually looking into things. I understand that the flat foot and things of that nature are very common things that I do experience in children. But more often than that, I want to be able to give you a complete picture, because in order for a foot to be flat, there's certain actions that actually makes your foot to be flat. Is anybody flat-footed in your family by any chance?
I'm flat-footed, my mom's flat-footed.
Oh Lord, so okay, that's the reason why you're asking if we do something like that. Yeah. But this is how the foot is supposed to be, and you see that there's a little bit of arch in this way here like this. This is how it's supposed to be. The arch right here is actually the one that absorbs any kind of the pressure coming from the ground, because we're not walking on the grasses, right? We're walking on asphalt and concrete and cement. So we're always constantly hitting the foot here like this. This arch here right here is actually the one that actually absorbs the shock. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be in every single cases. But in his case, his foot is like this, which means that he has absolutely no arch. The problem with this is that we are moving how many times? How many steps do we take on a daily basis? A lot, right?
A lot.
So as we are taking beatings on the foot and that you're not able to absorb any kind of pressures coming from the natural arch, since he doesn't have any, he's going to start to get pains this area, low backs and things of nature. So everything gets knocked out. So you don't even have to have a big traumatic fall somewhere. Just by having this, a flat foot, not being able to really withhold things like this, you start to develop things like knee pains and low back pains and things of nature over time. That's exactly what happens in many cases. So I noticed that, so in order, if you're walking here like outside, what you're doing is you're actually abusing the outside muscle so much. So as I'm actually touching his outside leg muscles right here, it's called peroneal muscle. Huh?
That doesn't hurt.
Yes, it doesn't hurt because he's 5 years old. He shouldn't hurt so much. But Dad, you can actually feel it too. This side is actually, this side right here is more, how should I say, it's more soft. More soft. Feel this right here. It's strong.
Oh, it's strong.
Feel this side too. This side is almost feels like he's been working out on the outside. But inside is almost nothing. This side here, right here, like this, is actually quite tight. These outside, the hip muscles are tight. Same thing over here. If I go and touch the outside of his hip muscle, it's actually quite tight here. Tickles?
That hurts.
That hurts? I didn't even press that hard. That's exactly what I mean. Everything that's going to, because he's walking here like this, everything that goes from here all the way up here is tight. Same thing. Since he's walking outside, everything's all the way up here is tight. So yes, so he has a problem on his foot, and I completely get that. But what's more important than that is that he actually has problem that's going up somewhere around here that actually making everything here tight. Does it make sense to you guys? Dad, come over here. Actually, I want to be able to show you something. So as you see, you're able to tell right here. So the normal one is like this. It actually moves kind of like this. If there's a problem there, it just goes like this. That actually tells me there's actually a big problem right here. So when I go here like this, it's okay. Right here. Are you able to tell? Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
This is actually means that there's something going on. So I'm going to run my finger through it just to be able to see if there's any swelling in the spine, and there shouldn't be any swelling in the spine, especially at the age of 5-year-old. When I go here like this, I already feel a lot of heat. The heat means that there's a lot of inflammation. Inflammation, there's a lot of swelling. When I press down here, see? Yeah. So this is the reason why he's actually walking here like this. This nerve is actually not properly functioning. That's the reason why he's actually walking here like this. Pain? How about right here? More pain? How about right here? Pain? Yeah, see? This much is how much I press. If you actually, if you want, you can actually do it on your son. Look, everything feels good. Everything feels good. When you come down right about here, it feels like bruised peach. Do you feel this?
No.
Right here, it feels even more like a bruised peach. Do you feel that?
No.
That actually is telling me that there's something going on that has been bothering him for such a long time. This is a part of the reasons why he might be walking here like this. Alright, so we're going to talk about his left foot. This is left foot, look from the side, okay? This is the foot, his left foot. If you look from the side, this is what it looks like. Without the bones, with the bones, no muscles, no blood vessels, this is what it looks like. So one thing that you'll notice is that it's not really the same looking. And then I'll be more specific. Look at his ankle area right here. What's different? The bone right here, the bone right here is not really sitting on top of the bone right here. It's supposed to be like this, but it's actually more down. Also with that, I'll be able to see the entire foot itself is actually one straight line. Do you notice that? It's supposed to be have like nice, like an arch shape, like a reverse arch shape here like this. In his case, is everything just flat. So I'm expecting to find some kind of problems in this joint right here, and definitely here, and definitely here. So if I'm able to address some of the articulation problems in this area, I may not be able to get him to exactly where it needs to be, but I can at least make sure that everything's moving properly. Each bones are designed in a certain way so that it can have a certain kind of function. If it's actually a situation like this, I can tell you more likely than not every part of the joint in his foot is not going to be working properly. So I'll be able to make sure that it works properly on him, okay? So you'll see that the left hand side, the same thing, look from the side. This actually looks exactly the same. This part is actually slightly better. You see that the articulation looks a little better. It looks a little more better shape. You can actually see slight amount of the reverse V shape that I was talking about before. You see that right here, right? But you still notice that the bone right here, this bone called talus, still not in the optimal positions. And then you start to notice that there is a little bit of a articulation problem. Not as much on the left hand side, but right side also has some kind of problems you'll see. Not everything has been fused or became on the adult bone yet, so you may not be able to see the same kind of things, but you can see why he has so much pain on this side. This is how your body looks on the front, spine, like this. This is how the spine looks on the side here like this. Okay, you see that, right? This is tailbone. This is the bone that you sit on, mommy. This is the bone that you sit on. So this is actually the bone that that becomes one fused bone. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different bones that are actually here. It becomes one bone when you are about 22, 23 or so. Okay, it's when it becomes like that. The function of this, all the nerve that comes out over here actually goes to your foot. It has controls to the side of the foot more than anything else. The last bone of your lumbar, your low back bone right here, is the one that actually controls the big toe. So all this part of the nerves that comes through here comes from the brain, right? Comes from the brain over here all the way down, 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 down. This part is actually the one that actually controls the foot, ankle, and sole heavier and whatnot. So in order for there to be a complete and smooth flow of the nerve coming out through this holes right here, it has to be all smooth. And this is where I found him to have some kind of problem. Alright, this is not rocket science. You'll be able to know that he has smooth line, and it comes right back up and comes out here like this. Do you notice that? Do you notice that it's not a smooth line? So if I go ahead and then put up a line at the front of the bones right here, it doesn't line up. It goes here, here, and this one is actually more up. And more up, more up. And then coincidentally, this is the bone that actually, when I actually touched him, when you touched on it, you felt like there's a big bruise, which means that this has been knocked out of place. That's the reason why he has so much pain on this area. Just lift it. You're not gonna fall. You're not gonna fall. There we go. Did you hear the pop?
You
Yeah.
broke my.
Right
No.
here. I know. That's all it takes. I'm gonna pump it just a little bit. I'm gonna pump it.
Pump it.
Relax, buddy. Relax. There we go. See?
Ow, ow, ow.
It's gonna still be painful, but much less than before, right? Do you remember how when I pressed it, same way he was actually falling off the table? Do you notice that he just saying ow and that's it?
Ow.
So here's the thing. He came to see me with the 5 years of a problem plus all the problems that he had since he was born. He was not treated. So it's going to take some time to be able to really solve his problem. I'm just letting you know that if he gets better, 20-30% edema, because I already see that there's less amount of edema or swellings in his low back area, his tailbone area. So it's going to take some time to be able to resolve that. Does it make sense with you, Mommy? Do you notice that he's actually walking more inside? We cannot really do too much about him walking with outside here like this, but do you notice that he's actually having a lot more inside walk?
Yeah.
At least coming. How do you feel? Do you feel better?
Much better.
Much better?
Hi, this is Dr. Lee. Left is before the treatment and right is after treatment. You can see he's walking much more smoothly after treatment, which he couldn't do that before. And he's able to walk much faster. As he's walking back, you can see that he's clearly engaging his knees in his low back as he's walking, but he still have flat foot with cleft arch without toe walking pattern that needs still some work. So we decided to get a custom foot orthotics, and then this 3D foot scan that he's doing now is going to be based in our custom foot orthotics. Red means too much pressure, green and yellow means no pressure. As you can see, left and right is not the same. So we're going to base on this scan now, and we're going to create his custom foot orthotics, and we'll fix his walking pattern once for all. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon.